Hey everyone, it's Rod with Pow Group. Welcome back on The Pursuit of Wealth, your home for MJ stocks, crypto assets, news, and interviews. Also home to the best MJ community. It's Friday, June 7th. Happy Friday. Hope you're doing well. And in this video, we're going to be discussing some exciting news regarding a Fox News poll, a new poll saying that 66% would vote in favor of adult use legalization to anyone over 21 and over in Florida. So this is great news. This is probably Ron DeClown's worst nightmare. But not going to talk about that clown because he's exactly that, just a clown. That guy hates America, hates the American people. He doesn't think, he recently said that, if Americans and Floridians vote in favor of it, I guess I'll support it. I guess you will. You work for the people. It's just, I can't understand some of this moronic behavior. But anyways, I digress. Going to jump into today's content. We'll take a look at this news, and then we'll take a look at TrueLeave as well. It was up almost 6% there at the close, TCNNF. But before we get started, make sure to smash the like. It helps support me in the channel. It doesn't cost you anything. If you're new, you can subscribe, tick the bell, all that good stuff, and you'll be notified on any future videos or when I go live. As always, this is not financial advice, and I am not a financial advisor. You should never buy or sell anything based on anything that I say or write. Also, you can follow us over on X, formerly Twitter. The handle for that is @GroupPow. Going to be using that as my platform of choice going forward. Also, before we get to it, our sponsor for today's video is Wealthsimple. So there's going to be a link for this in the description, and in every video, it does give you a $25 funding reward if you do use my link. And you can buy tons of things on there. You can buy crypto, you can buy stocks, and they offer commission free and then fractional purchasing as well. So if you're looking to buy crypto, XRP, HBAR, Filecoin, they're all on there, and you can buy stocks as well. So you can check that out. Like I said, it does give you a $25 funding reward, and it helps the channel. So this was the article from Green Market Report. New Florida poll shows momentum building for legalization despite Republican opposition. And this has been something I've been saying for a while now. I don't think the most likely scenario is a rejection. I don't think that, come election time, that this is not going to get approved. It has to get approved, in my opinion. There's just too much, support for it. And if you go to Florida, the community there, the MJ community, it's second to none. I'm in Edmonton, Alberta, and I think Alberta and Edmonton specifically is the best MJ community on the planet. Aside from Pow Group, of course. But, when you take a look at the community, I always joke, but it's not even a joke. There's more pot shops here than there is convenience stores. There's more MJ shops in Canada than there are McDonald's. So this is big business. And, if you go to Florida, if you go there on a vacation, which most people do, it's a little different when you go to Nevada and Vegas when you go there to party, or you're not going there to party. Sometimes you do, but you're going there for businesses and things like that, conferences. Whereas Florida, you're going there to have a good time. And Brady Cobb mentioned that as well with Sunburn. And I couldn't agree more. And I'm very confident. I would say I'm at this point over 90% confident that they're going to approve this. They need to get 60%. And in this early poll, they already had 66% of surveyed people who were surveyed. So it's looking good. I think it's pretty much a done deal. We know Ohio's coming online this month anytime. They're starting to issue licenses and whatnot. And then we have New Hampshire trying to become the 25th state. If we get Florida, that'd be the 26th state. We have Pennsylvania. There's tons of things in the works here at the moment. There's also rescheduling, which the comment period is July 22nd. So after that, we're more than likely going to start to trend up, in my opinion, into the elections where it's going to be utilized by politicians as a way to gain votes, especially sway younger votes as well, right? And get younger out to the poll. So I think it's a great thing. We're going to see, as a result of rescheduling, we're going to see easing of other issues with regards to uplisting. Banking will probably be something that'll be easier to get across the finish line. And then just overall, acceptance and research and things like that. So overall, Germany fast tracking Pillar 2, by the looks of it, happening a lot sooner than most people think. If other states follow, if other countries follow, it is really going to be an exciting time here into the end of the year by the looks of it. The S&P 500, a monthly bull flag. So it's looking like all systems are a go at the moment. But a Fox News poll published the results of an election survey after the close of trading markets on Thursday that included positive results regarding the legalization of adult use MJ in Florida. The question for voters read, if the election were today, how would you vote on Amendment 3, which would legalize MJ for adults ages 21 and older? 66% of respondents said they would vote in favor of this, while 32% said that they would vote against it. The legislation needs 60% to vote in favor And this seems to be one of the first that shows the momentum maybe building for approval. And there's tons of campaigns going on right now. We know, True Leaf has the biggest footprint there, but, Cureleaf, AYR, there's a bunch of them. Shouldn't even have started naming names, but, obviously they're going to start, doing as much as they can to educate the public and to get as many people on board with this as possible. And if you're from Florida, or if you know people from there, or you can share this video with your network, by all means. Make sure you do that so that we can get as many people aware of this and on board with this as possible, right? Because some people just live in a bubble, right? And they might not be following it like we are. So if you know anybody in the area, if your parents, travel there like snowbirds like mine, get them to tell people about it. Get them to tell them their story. We're over 5 years young here in Canada. We legalized over 5 years ago at the federal level, and there's not zombies in the streets, right? It's quite the opposite. It's actually pretty amazing. In early May, the Florida Chamber of Commerce ran a survey by Cherry Communications that determined 58% of Florida voters were in favor of legalization versus 37% against it. This is the third poll that showed Floridians had some work to get over that critical threshold, and it seems to be paying off for now. And we know Republicans are against legalization. Ron DeClown just continues to be the clown that he is. The Fox News poll also found support for Governor DeSantis is slipping slightly. No wonder. Don't give the people what they want, then the people don't give you what you want. It's as simple as that. You work for the people, you clown. It's time to get with the program. In April, his approval rate was 59%, and his latest poll showed his support slipped to 52%. In my opinion, it should be 2%. Disapproval with the governor grew from April's 33% to 47% in June. The Florida Republican Party Executive Board unanimously passed a resolution opposing Amendment 3 adult use MJ. The resolution stated that the passing of the legislation would benefit powerful MJ companies' special interest while putting children at risk and endangering Florida's family-friendly business and tourism climates. He also said, like, the elderly as well. It's like, come on, give me a break. My mom never consumed MJ in her life, and then when it became legal here in Canada, she tried a couple gummies, and it helped with her, with her arthritis and her pain and her sleep apnea, and she have a couple gummies all from time to time, but she's not, a deadbeat. She only takes it every once in a while when she's in, major pain or when she's having issues sleeping. So this guy just needs to go fly a kite as far as I'm concerned. And, endangering the youth, it's actually the opposite. If you look at all the studies, it's actually harder for younger people to get it because people who are in the illicit market, they stopped because, there was people in Canada that the illicit market, they were going to legal stores and buying it there and then reselling it to their already clientele, right? Because it was cheaper to buy it legally at the store. And then some people just thought it was going to be better going to the illicit market and they wanted to help out their local. So eventually they're just going to stop because it's not profitable, right? And it's going to help curb the illicit market. And that in turn, if you don't have an ID, if you're not 21, you don't get served. As simple as that. Like, I don't know why this is so, like, they're going against what, all of the science is saying. They're going against what all of the evidence is saying and studies are saying and, all these different surveys. And it's an agenda. They're trying to protect the incumbents, in my opinion, and they're just trying to slow the industry down and, call it can't teach an old dog new tricks. Who knows? But at the end of the day, there's, decades of stigma that we have to fight through and misinformation and propaganda. So we just have to fight through it. With the Florida Republican Party officially targeting the legalization initiative, it will clear the way for Governor DeSantis to raise money to fund an opposition campaign against the measure. Like, I don't get it. If a majority of people are in favor of it, why would he want to fight against it? You think he would turn and do a 180? Like, it just doesn't make sense. Look at Trump, and again, not to get political, I'm from Canada, I don't care. But if Trump did a 180 on crypto all of a sudden, and maybe Biden kind of did the similar move, well, what's stopping them from doing a 180 on MJ, right? And if he starts to lose in the polls, he could very quickly turn it around and flip the script, right? And do a complete 180. We support killing the MJ and abortion amendments as a party because it is not good policy for the state Republican Party of Florida. Chair Evan Power told the Miami Herald. When you look at it, it seems like these amendments are out of step with what Floridians want. Okay, I digress. I'm just going to end it there. But MJ Moment had an article about it as well. Similar type of information. Florida MJ legalization ballot measure has more support than DeSantis, who is campaigning against it. Poll shows. So we'll take a quick peek here at TCNNF. So we did bounce here on the daily time frame from the low of yesterday. We were up about 7.5%, a little over. And we closed the day up 5.78% on TCNNF on the OTC. But it is a daily bear flag. Unfortunately, we have our high, low, lower high and lower low. We're in a daily downtrend, so that increases the odds we're going to see this target met. But you can see if you just go from the high to the low, move it out to your 0.382 fib there, make sure log scale is on, which it is. And you can see here we were targeting 765 and we hit 860. So we are now only from the low here, only a little over 11% away from hitting that target and daily oversold. So I've been saying this for a while now that MJ should likely be a great entry. Not telling you to buy, sell, or hold, but in my opinion, it'd be a great entry to add around daily oversold. And with that little bit of a lower wick there, we would have been very, very close. We hit 32, anything 30 and below is considered oversold. So we would have been very, very close. But like I said, if we do hit this daily bear flag and see that follow through into next week, then that could print daily oversold territory, and that might be a decent area to target. And we're not looking too good here. We closed under the 10-week moving average here on the weekly time frame. We also had a bear across the stochastic and the MACD on the weekly moving averages. We also have the 50 weekly there at 741. So we very well could hit that support and back test and look to confirm that as support. We also have the 200-day moving average there at 794. So like I said, a lot of support in that $7 to $8 range. So I think, maybe this daily bear flag does get hit as soon as next week. And then I think that's going to be a massive buying opportunity. Doesn't mean we won't have, further pullbacks from there, but we should likely see a pretty big daily oversold bounce from that point on. All right, go ahead and end it there. Let me know what you think of this news. But as I've been saying for a while now, I've been in the camp thinking that Florida was going to approve it. There was never really a doubt in my mind. And then I think it's going to get enacted at some point in we'll call it the second or third quarter of 2025. But like I said, I've been to Florida. It just seems like the writing is on the wall. The community there, it's going to happen in my opinion. But let me know your thoughts and opinions. We'll continue the conversation in the comment section below. All right, happy Friday. Enjoy your weekend. It's Rod with Power Group. Thanks again for joining us in the pursuit of wealth, and we'll see you again on the next video.